Good afternoon, everybody. It is Michael here, coming to you live on Facebook. I wanted to give you guys a very in-depth version of my story about why I'm doing all these posts about Beachbody and working out and fitness, because I think it's important for you guys to understand where I came from and why I'm the way I am now. So brace yourselves, it is a long story, so settle back, hop in and off. I will be posting this later, but here we go. So I guess this all started a few years ago, back when I was growing up in high school. I was never like an in-shape kind of guy. I wasn't fat or obese or anything, but I never had like a chiseled physique like some of the guys that I grew up with. And you know, for the most part, I was okay with it. As long as I wore a shirt, I was comfortable. Like you couldn't really see my gut sticking out, so it wasn't really an issue for me. But fast forward to college, that's when I really started to notice like the guys who had like six packs and bicep muscles, and I was just really jealous. I didn't understand why I couldn't ever get that physique. No matter what I did, I never looked like that. You know, I would go to the gym and I would try to work out. I'd try to eat healthy, but I just never changed. And what I did notice was if I didn't do those things, if I didn't like, for the most part, watch what I was eating and exercise regularly, I gained even more weight. So I had to just do that to maintain what I was already doing. So it was upsetting. So this all really started back in high school before I went to college. I was surrounded by one guy, and I hope he sees this eventually. His name is Jet Nazarino, and any of you guys who went to high school with me probably know who this guy was. I don't know what happened to him. I hope I find him one day because I want to thank him. He kind of got me started on this whole journey. But his name is Jet, and he did have a six-pack. And this was back in high school, which weird for me because like no one really watched what they did in high school. Mostly it was college. That's when people started to get in shape. But this guy, he had a six-pack and he had biceps, and I was like, Jet, you have to show me like what you're doing because I want to look like you. And he said, no problem. Come with me to the gym. He had an accent. So he took me to the gym one day, and we went to one of those 24-hour fitness places, and he pulls out his laptop, and he said, okay, we're going to do this ab routine. It's awesome. It's called Ab Ripper X. And I was like, okay. I had no idea what that was, but if you guys are familiar with P90X, it's the famous ab routine. And one of the famous slogans on that is, I hate it, but I love it. And the first couple times you do it, you definitely don't love it. You just hate it because it's awful. And if you don't have a strong core, it just burns your legs. But I did it. I did it with him, and I loved it after it was done, not during. But I was like, oh my gosh, that was awesome. He's like, yes, I do this like all the time. You should hear. And he gave me the bootlegged version of P90X. He had it on a flash drive, and he gave it to me. And I was like, cool. So, you know, I took it home, and every so often I would do that routine, but I never did the whole program. The whole program consists of like a nutrition plan and a whole bunch of other workouts that you do every day. But for the most part, I just did Ab Ripper X a couple times a week, and I was like, okay, that'll get me a six-pack. It never did, unfortunately. But fast forward to college, again, I really started to notice everyone who's getting in shape, and I said, okay, I want to do this, I want to look good. So I met a few people in college who really knew how to like bootleg programs, just like my friend back in high school, he got that one program. Well, P90X2 had just come out. It was like the new P90X, and I was really excited. I was like, oh my gosh, there's going to be a new Ab Ripper program. So I had one of my friends bootleg the program. I know that's not what you're supposed to do, but he bootlegged the program for me. I got on a flash drive, and I would do the new Ab Ripper routine, and I loved that one too. But during that time, I was fencing. I was going to Arizona State University, and I was fencing there. And I had a scholarship, but the private donor who was funding that scholarship pulled out. and said he couldn't afford to do it, which really sucked, and it really impacted my life because I had to decide how I was going to, pay for college. And luckily, I had reached out to a school in Connecticut, and they offered me a scholarship if I were to transfer there. And that was a big change in my life because I said, okay, well, I have a girlfriend here, and I have a life here, and I have a lot of friends here, but if I go there, I can afford to attend college. So in the end, I did transfer. My girlfriend and I, we were dating for 4 years. We broke up, and I left my friends behind, and I moved all the way across the country to Sacred Heart University that's in Connecticut, and really glad I did because it was the best move I've ever made. But yeah, I moved, and I was there. But before I actually moved, the summer before I attended Sacred Heart, I said, okay, I'm going to this new place, no one knows me, it's time to get in shape. It's time to get the six-pack and impress all the ladies, because I'm recently single, so I have to impress them. And I decided that I was going to fully commit to P90X2. Just got a way to share. Thanks, Sarah. I really appreciate it. It's tough because this is like me raw, basically. And just so you guys know, normally like when I make a video, I have like a kind of a script. Not necessarily like I read it word for word, but just bullet points that I want to cover. Right now, there's nothing in front of me. I'm just going for it, just because I want you guys to realize where I'm coming from. But anyway, so I decided that I was gonna commit to a full 90 days of P90X2, the new program that had just come out. And I was like, all right, in order to do this, in order to achieve those transformations, because if you've ever seen those infomercials on TV, they show day 1 and day 90, and it's like the fat guy and the ridiculously jacked, in shape guy. And I was like, I want that. I need that. That's where I am now. That's where I want to go. But in order to achieve that, you didn't just do the workouts. You also had to do the nutrition plan, which is something I'd never done. I'd never really watched my portions and stuck to a plan like that. But I was determined, and I talked to my parents, and they said they were going to help fund the groceries because I was living at home for the summer. So I did that. But then the other thing was, besides eating right, there was also a component in each of the Beachbody program nutrition guides, and it's about drinking this shake called Shakeology. And I'm sure you guys have seen me post about it before. It's basically a meal replacement shake. You drink it every day, and it helps you. It helps you with your health and yada yada yada. But I had never really had it before. But it was in the nutrition guide. It said you have to drink this every day. And I was like, okay, I'll try it. But if you guys don't know, it's pretty pricey. It's $130 a bag, and I was like, oh my god, I can't. And it's only for a month too. That's only for 1 month supply. You have to pay $130 for this bag of Shakeology, and I was like, that's really expensive. $130 for a 3-month program. That's almost $400. So it was a big investment, but I was determined, and I said, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy 3 months of Shakeology. And also, P90X2 is one of the most extensive equipment required programs there are. You have to buy like stability ball and medicine balls and weights because you do it at home, pull-up bar. But I did that too. So it was a big financial investment, but I was determined, so I did it. And about a month into the program, 30 days into this program, I started to see results. I noticed my gut had basically shrunk into almost a flat stomach, and I was amazed. I was like, whoa, like I didn't have to suck in to see it. It was basically, if I was just relaxed, like it was flat stomach, and I was like, okay, this seems to be working. And at that time, I also had a friend, Tommy. Tommy, I hope you're watching this, or I hope you do watch this. He decided that he was going to do the program with me. So we were following P90X2 on Facebook because it had just come out, and they were always posting these things. And Tony had these weekly challenges where he would post a move, and he said, okay, I want you guys to make a video, be creative with it, be funny, and if you win, I will sign a copy of P90X2 and I will give it to you guys. So we're like, well, we're funny guys, we can do this. And if you haven't seen it, I'll post that link below eventually, but we did make a video and we did win first place. We did this Holmeston Screamer Lunge move that's from the program, and we made it really funny. So we won, and he signed us a copy of P90X2 and he sent it to us. And we were like, yes! We're famous now. So Tony is the man, and he does change lives there, definitely. It was really cool. I mean, we both had bootlegged versions of the program, so it didn't really matter, but I still have the signed copy and the DVDs. So that really motivated us, and we're like, okay, Tony's watching now, like, let's go. Fast forward another 30 days, we're now 60 days into the program, 2/3 of the way done, and I'm starting to see abs. For the first time in my life, I'm starting to see these chiseled abs. They weren't chiseled yet, but they were there. I could see them, and I was like, oh my god, like, let's go. Last 90 days, I can do this. Fast forward another 30 days, I had finished the program, I had stuck to nutrition 100%, the workouts, and I had chiseled abs. Chiseled abs. And they're actually, I can't show you these pictures like on my laptop because it won't show up well. I'll post those for you guys. I'm sure you've seen them if you follow me, but the before and after was crazy. Like, it was just absolutely crazy. I finally had a six-pack. I had like this vein on my bike, like this vein that Tony gets, like you see this bicep vein. I had never had that before, and I finally had it, and I had like abs. Can't really see it right now, but they're kind of there. And I was just like so stoked. I was like, yes, I'm looking good. And that was right before I moved, so I went to college, and I was like, okay, the ladies are gonna love me. This is awesome. And it was really cool. I met some of my best friends now. I started on the fencing team, and those guys are like brothers to me now. We hung out all the time, and we just had a great college experience. But during college, you're on the meal plan and you eat whatever you want. I figured I had already achieved this transformation. I don't really need to keep eating well. I don't really need to keep exercising because I'm fencing, so that counts as exercise. But slowly and surely enough, my results kind of faded away. And I got back to what I used to be, which really, really sucked. Because I had worked so hard. I worked so hard for this transformation, and then just kind of went away. And I was like, no, the ladies, I need to impress them. So what I did was I decided that I was going to do another program. I said, okay, well, I know this guy, he bootlegs programs, and he gave me a whole bunch. And I feel bad, but I had them. He bootlegged Insanity for me. And that's a program by a guy named Sean T, who just yells at you and kicks your ass and murders you for about an hour a day. If you guys have done Insanity, you know what that's all about. But he bootlegged it for me, and I said, okay, do the same thing. I'm going to stick to the nutrition plan. I'm going to get Shakeology again, even though it's ridiculously expensive. And that one's only 2 months, so I only had to shell out $260 about for the Shakeology on that. But I did it, did the whole program, stuck to the nutrition, did Shakeology every day, and again, got the transformation, got ripped, and I was like, yes, I'm back. Come at me, ladies, But again, I was like, well, I've already done the hard work, I can relax now. And time went by, and again, I fell out of shape, and then I don't know, I didn't learn from the first time that if I don't keep it up, that you lose the great results. So I fell out of shape. This happened a couple times. I don't know why, I never stuck with it, but I always just decided I was going to do a program, fall off, do a program, fall off. I ended up doing, let's see, after that I did P90X Plus, I did Asylum Volume 1, Asylum Volume 2, Insanity Max 30, Focus T25, P90X3, P90X, all of these different programs, and I kept going in and out and in and out. And fast forward now, I finished with college, I was dating someone new, and we decided that we were going to move from Connecticut. We had finished undergrad, we'd finished graduate school, and we didn't like living there. It was just, I love New England, and it's great, it's beautiful, but the people there are pretty fast-paced, and we kind of wanted a slower pace. So we Googled fun places to live, and Austin, Texas kept popping up, like on every single list. It was like, you gotta go to Austin, you gotta go to Austin. So we decided we were going to quit our jobs and we moved to Austin, which is where I am now. And amazing decision. Honestly, it's so much fun here. But we moved. We were going to move to Austin, but before we did, we decided that we were going to go on a vacation. We went to Ireland, and we had an amazing time there. Super, super fun. And, you know, Ireland's all about comfort and, you know, drinking whiskey and Guinness and eating this, like, amazing food. And, of course, we indulged. You know, we're there. We're going to enjoy ourselves. So I gained weight. I gained the most amount of weight. So when I did move here, when I was finally living in Austin, I was at an all-time high in my weight. I was 210 pounds. I used to be floating around like 180. So between that time, I gained about 30 pounds. And I mean, I really started to notice because not only did I have a gut, which was normal for me back then, but like my face was bigger. My cheek, my thighs like would rub together really uncomfortably. But my butt was big. Like I couldn't fit into my clothes. It sucked. And Austin's a really active place to live. Like everyone's running around, everyone's in shape. And I got here and I was like, oh my god, I'm 210 pounds. I'm fat. I hate this. I'm done. I am absolutely done living this like crap lifestyle. And I'm also done getting in and out of shape. I'm going to get in shape and I'm going to stay in shape. I decided that I was going to do this. So not only did I decide that I was going to commit to another program, but I was going to keep doing programs after that, and I was going to stay on Shakeology. And I'd also been talking to my coach, Mike. I hope you watch this. I hope you watch this eventually, because he had helped me extremely. Just everything, you know, I owe to him, essentially. But he told me that if I become a coach, like him, a Beachbody coach, that I would get a 25% discount on all products, including Shakeology. Which I wish I had known beforehand, but it didn't matter because I was in and out anyway. Since I was deciding that I was going to stick with it, I said, that's awesome. Yeah, sign me up. I want to be a coach. And that was another thing that Tommy and I had always talked about doing, was becoming a coach, because we love these products and we loved sharing them with others, which is essentially what a Beachbody coach does. So I decided to be a coach. I signed up and I was on Shakeology and I was getting that 25% discount. So instead of paying $130, I was paying $100, which was nice because, you know, I'm a teacher. Teachers don't make a lot of money. So I needed to, you know, save every penny I could. But I decided that I would commit to another round of P90X2, did the whole thing, stayed on Shakeology, got the results, got my transformation, my abs back, and I said, okay, this is not the end, I'm going to keep going. So after that, I decided to do a round of 21 Day Fix Extreme, which is a program by this woman named Autumn Calabrese, who's amazing. And when I first heard of that program, I thought that it was like for girls. And FYI, it's not at all, but like I thought it was, because like you see all these women working out and I don't know. I thought it was for girls, but then like the 21 Day Fix Extreme program came out and I said, okay, well that should be enough for me. And it killed me, like it destroyed me, but in the best way, because you know, I already had abs, but they really started to show and I got lean and chiseled. And I was like, yes, like this is my life. I'm sticking to this. This is awesome. But the thing that was hard about that one was, you know, when I had done these other programs, at least once a week, I would go off my diet plan and I would have a cheat meal. Like, you know, I would stick clean all through the week, and then maybe on like a Saturday or Sunday, I would say, okay, I'm gonna go eat pizza, or you know, order Chinese, or get like a milkshake or something. But when you're on the 21 Day Fix or the 21 Day Fix Extreme program, it's only 3 weeks, and they say you're not supposed to cheat. No alcohol, no nothing. So that was rough, but that's what got me the best results I had gotten up to that point. And glad I did it. Very tough, but hats off to Autumn and everyone who's ever done that program. And about then, it was towards the end of the school year. And I was hearing all about, because like when you become a Beachbody coach, you're put into these groups like on a team, and you get to talk with other Beachbody coaches in that same kind of region you're at. and everyone's getting excited for this thing called Summit. And you might have remembered me posting about that last year. The Beachbody Coach Summit is where all the coaches across the country and all the celebrity trainers like Tony Horton and Chalene Johnson, Sagi Kalev, Shanti, Autumn Calabrese, all of them go to this one place, and for like a couple days they just work out and they hang out and they go to these seminars, and it looked awesome. And it was something that I had always wanted to go to, and I said, okay, well, I'm a coach now, I should go. Why not? So I had some savings, and I said, this is going to be my vacation. I'm going to use this for my vacation this year. And I decided that I was going to attend Summit for the first time. And I decided also right before Summit had started, I had just finished 21 Day Fix Extreme, that I was going to do Insanity. And I started my first challenge group, and there might be a few people on here that did that with me. Awesome time. Again, it killed us, but some of the people in there had lost 15, 20, 25, like 30 pounds. I'm going to throw some names out there. I'm not going to say last names, but if you're on here, you know who you are. Alex, Andrew, Janice, and who else? And then Donna, you did a different program, but you were on there. And they lost weight, and it was great. And they thanked me, and they said, like, oh my God, this is awesome. Like, I feel great. And, you know, that made me feel good. I realized that this was something I was really starting to enjoy. I loved helping people reach their dreams just like I had reached mine, you know, finally getting in shape and feeling comfortable with my body. I was at a point now where I could take my shirt off and not be embarrassed. Like, I wanted people to be like, oh, let's see your abs. So I'd be like, hey, look at my hard work, you know? But so that was awesome. During Insanity, it was July, and I went to Summit. And that was really like the aha moment for me. That's when I realized this is what I want to do forever. Like, this is my lifestyle now. Because when you go to Summit, you're like, especially the one last year, it's been getting bigger and bigger as the years go on. But there were 25,000 coaches there. And it's 25,000 people just like me who have achieved these amazing transformations and who now just love these programs and love sharing them with others, and you know, just like-minded people, and really like the nicest people I've ever met. I've met some super amazing people there, and some of them are on this call or on this video right now. James is awesome guy. Mora, my new success partner, which is kind of a Beachbody coaching thing. You find someone who's like you and you work together. So many people. And so while I was at Summit, not only was I meeting these people and hanging out with them, I also got to meet Tony Horton, which was like my goal. I actually stalked him. I know it's really creepy, but like, because you can't just like, because it's such a big event now, you can't just like find them and hang out with them. Like, they have events and they go to things at very scheduled times. So like, and if you didn't qualify for these things, you had to be like you just had to be in the right place at the right time. So I did that. I know it's kind of creepy, but like, I waited for him to get out of one of these events, and I was like, Tony, like, as if I had just run into him. But I told him like what he had done for me, and he was so genuine. So that was like a really surreal experience. And then the next day I ended up like taking my picture with him. And I have that picture on Facebook. You guys have probably seen it, but he's looking the other way, and it's kind of blurry, but at least I did it. So, and then I got to work out with him. One of the workouts that I did was with him, doing a program he had done, 22-minute hardcore, and I was like right in front. I was so excited. I got there early. So that was awesome. And then they capped the whole weekend off with this thing called the Super Workout, which I believe is in the Guinness Book of World Records as like the largest group workout in history, and it's been getting that every year since, because it was in Nashville, Tennessee. They lined the streets. 25,000 people lined the streets of Nashville to work out. And what they did was they had the celebrity trainers come up one at a time for 15 minutes and work out with you. And you know, because there's so many, it added up to like an hour and some minutes, which was a full workout. And it was just awesome, like, you know. And again, I was so excited. I got there, the workout didn't start till 6. I got there at like 3 a.m. and I wasn't alone. There were other people, and we all sprinted to the front, so we were at the front of the row, which means we could see all the people, all the celebrity trainers right like in front of us, like a couple feet away. And it was an amazing experience, and I'm super excited to go back this year. Looking forward to July. It's in New Orleans this year, so I'm really super stoked about that. But when I came back, I realized this is what I want to do. This is how I want to live my life. I want to keep being in shape, and I want to share these products with others. And one of the things that they teach you at Summit is how to make this a second career, or maybe a full-time career. I didn't realize that when you're a coach, you're not just like helping people, get in shape by explaining what you did, but you also make money off of it. And I was curious. I didn't really care too much. I was more just into the fitness and the whole community aspect. But you go to Summit and you meet these people and you listen to these people who have made this their full-time career. Like that blew my mind, because like they were teachers and they were working at cubicles and doing these like basic jobs, and they started doing Beachbody full-time, and they suddenly made it their full-time career. And not only was it like a $50,000 a year job, they've made over $100,000. Some people have made over $1 million doing this, and that's all they do. They quit their full-time job and they just help people get in shape. My coach's coach, Greg, makes over $100,000 a year, and that's all he does. So I was like, oh my god, like that's awesome. And basically the way it works is like when you are helping someone get in shape and you like talk to them about getting these products, when they buy a product from Beachbody but it's through you make a commission off of it. And it's like it's 25% commission, so it's like a couple bucks every time they buy a product. You get money, and that's some nice change. So like for me, I've been a coach since last May, and I've made almost $2,000 now from doing this, and it's just a side gig for me right now. I eventually want to make it my full time, but the way that these guys have done it is they build these teams. So like not only are they helping people and getting commission from the people that they help, but every time they sign up a coach underneath them, they make commission off of that commission. So not only are they making commission, but then you're making the commission off of them. It's called multi-level marketing. It's I've learned about it since, but you build this team of people who are doing the same thing you are, and you make even more money. So that's kind of the way that works, and that's something that I'm shooting for right now is to do that, because right now it's really helped my income. I've gone through a pretty big life change. The girl that I was dating moved, so I'm back to living alone. So my bills have gone up, but this has really helped with that. I've been making like $250 extra a month just from doing this. So not only do I not pay for Shakeology or this other product I use called Energize, but I'm also making money on top of that. So that's been really nice. But I mean, that's basically it. That's kind of like where I was and where I am now. Not only am I in the best shape of my life, but I'm also helping other people get in shape, or at least get to a point in their life where they're comfortable with their bodies. And that's just given me so much joy. Like as a teacher, I love seeing my students succeed and grow and helping them. But it's stressful. It's very stressful. A lot of the times you're with kids who don't want to be there, and you have to like prod them and be like, oh, come on, let's do this. But with Beachbody, when someone seeks you out, they're invested. And when you help them succeed and they say thank you, like, I don't know. It's just, that's what I really like about it, is helping them get to that point. And that's where I'm at now. Like I'm in the best shape of my life, and I've done a lot of changes to my life now. One of which is what they tell you to do in the coaching opportunity is, besides working out and sharing and doing all these other things, is to do professional development. Or, I'm sorry, not personal development. My teaching side coming out. They say you should do personal development, and what that consists of is reading a book or listening to an audio of someone who tells you, basically how you should live your life. And I know that kind of sounds creepy, but it's been really helpful for me. The first personal development book I ever read was called My Miracle Morning, and if you guys have ever read that, it's like spectacular. It basically teaches you to be a morning person, which is something I never used to do. I was lucky enough when I'd wake up to get my work clothes on and go to work. That's how awful it was. But you read this book and it says, okay, I know it's going to be tough, but by the end of this, you will be a morning workout or a morning person. The first thing you need to do is put your phone in a different room and put your alarm on that phone. So that if you're in your bedroom sleeping and the alarm goes off in the other room, you have to get up to go turn it off, which forces you to kind of wake up a little bit. Before, if the phone is right next to you, you just hit snooze and you go back to bed. But if it's in the other room, you have to get up. So I started doing that. And then once you're up, you're like, oh, okay, I'm up. I really shouldn't have to go back to bed right now. I can do something else. And then another thing they tell you to do is to work out in the morning. Which again, it seemed like that was just insane to me. Like I have barely enough energy to go to work, and they're telling me to work out. So I said I knew that I couldn't do this alone. I had to like get something to help me, and I started using pre-workout, which I've used before, but I've never done it in the morning. Pre-workout is just like a supplement. It's like a powder you mix with water and you drink it, and it gives you energy. So I started drinking pre-workout, and I would get all this energy, and I would work out, and I felt great. Like I felt amazing after having done this. I would take a shower, I'd get dressed, and like I'd be ready for the day. And you would think that after you worked out that you'd be really tired, but like I suddenly had energy that I've never had before. And I was just really happy and excited that I had done the workout, so that when I got home that day, I had nothing else to do. The workout was already done. I have the whole rest of the day ahead of me. So when I get back, I can relax. I can do whatever I want. I don't have to worry about working out or showering or anything. Like it's done. So that's what I do now. I don't work out in the afternoons. I work out in the morning. I get it done, and I have all this energy, which really helps for teaching because you need it. But so I started to do that, and then the last thing that the Miracle Morning kind of teaches you to do, and this is the really weird part, but I do it and it works, is before you go to work, they tell you to take a deep breath, like in through your nose, out through your mouth, breathe it out, and then tell yourself out loud that this is going to be a great day. And I know that sounds insane, like why do you have to tell yourself that, like you're a crazy person? But you do it and you say, okay, today is going to be a great day, and here's why. And what I do is I list out, like, okay, today is an A day, which if you're not familiar, don't worry about it. I mean, so at Aikens High School, we have A day and B day. A day is better for me. So I say, okay, today's an A day. I've already done this lesson. I know exactly how it's going to go. My off period's been extended today, maybe. I made an amazing lunch. When I get home, I have nothing to do except relax. I'm going to watch that show I wanted to. And you just list out all the good things that are going to happen to you and what's making it such a great day. And then suddenly you're like, oh, yeah, that is awesome. Like I'm looking forward to today. And it's just really helped like my outlook. Like I have all this energy now, and I have all this excitement that I've never had before. Before I'd roll out of bed, I'd hit snooze a couple times, I'd roll out of bed, I'd put my work clothes on, I'd go to work, I'd be miserable, I'd be like, oh, let me just get through today. When I get home, I can maybe work out and shower and just go to bed and do it all over again. I was working for the weekend. And essentially, I still am. Like, I still really look forward to the weekends. But now I'm happier. I feel good. And I can't really describe it. Like it's something you have to do, and then you realize how much better your life is now than it was before. So I mean that's what I've been doing, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. So that's it. My life is just better now. I'm in great shape. I have energy, and I'm loving life, and I've decided that 2017 is going to be the best year of my life. I've officially decided that I'm going to apply for my PhD in education. So wish me luck on that. I'm going to continue to stay in shape and just enjoy life. And that's what it's really all about too. You know, I'll ask people if they ever want to join me on this fitness journey that I'm on, and some people say no, and I respect that. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters. I mean, I think as long as it's not affecting your health in like the long term, then if you're at a comfortable place in your body and you like eating what you're doing, like eating what you're eating and doing what you're doing, like keep it up, man. Whatever makes you happy. But for me, I wasn't happy doing that. I wasn't happy being out of shape, and now I am happy. And I think that's the main point of this, is just you got to do what makes you happy. And I'm now at a point where I've really become comfortable in my routine that I can even splurge a little bit on the food that I do. For example, I eat clean all during the week, Monday through Friday, and then when I get to Friday, I eat something ridiculous. And if you guys saw my posts the other day, like from Domino's, I ordered a medium 2-topping pizza. It was like a mushroom and olive, a thing of jalapeno bacon cheesy bread, and Dr. Pepper. And then also have like 2 things of ranch and 2 things of garlic sauce, and I'll eat the entire thing. And I can do that, and I'm still in shape. I've been doing that for weeks. Like, that's not something I just did for the first time this past Friday. I do that every single week. And it's because if I, like, there's a mentality rule of if you can eat clean 80% of the time, 20% of the time you can kind of fudge a little bit and enjoy yourself. And what that does for me is, you know, I eat clean all week long, and I look forward to that cheat meal so much that I indulge. I think I would say I overindulge a little bit. A whole pizza and a whole thing of cheesy bread and sauces and a soda. It is a bit much, but then what that does is it kind of resets me, and it says, okay, that was kind of gross, that was kind of a lot, let's reset and let's get back to it. So not only does it satiate me, but it kind of makes me want to eat clean again. And then if I do that, I maintain my results that I'm at now, which is exactly where I want to be. I think eventually I do want to get even like more chiseled abs, but right now I'm comfortable doing what I'm doing, and I'm gonna keep doing that. So I've learned, as long as I'm drinking this shake every day and I'm working out every day, you know, from home, which is another great thing about this lifestyle, is these Beachbody programs you do at home. You don't have to go to a gym. You don't have to drive all the way there and pay these fees. And once you get to the gym, like, what am I going to do here? You know, am I going to go do curls? Am I going to do presses? Like, all you do is you put in the DVD and you watch what they do and you just copy what they do. And then the workout's over. It's like 30 minutes a day, and you move on with your day. So, I mean, that's the lifestyle I'm living right now. I'm really happy, and that's what it is. So, I know this was a really long video. If you stuck with it the whole time, thank you. If not, hopefully you watched it. Hopefully you get something out of this, but go do what makes you happy. Make your life about you, and as long as you're not compromising someone else's happiness, do what you want to do, okay? But anyway, that's it. I hope you guys enjoy your Sunday. Hopefully you have off work tomorrow. I know I do. But have a great day. Bye, guys.